What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope everyone's been having a blessed week so far. And before I get into this video about Adam Hangman Page, just want to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to followers on Rumble. And finally, that number is going back up, and that's what I love to see. I'm now at 115 subs. Alright, and once I reach 200, and I will because it's only a matter of time, I'm going to do the 5 through 10 favorite wrestlers of all time list. But until then, I'm going to keep on going. There's a lot of shit that I need to cover and talk about, including today's video. So let's get it. Alright, and basically this video I just want to put over Adam Page's current heel run, the work that he's been doing these past few months. Alright, and I've seen people try to say shit like, oh, Adam Page is not a heel, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like, look, if it looks like a heel, talks like a heel, acts like a heel, he's a fucking heel. Alright? Anybody would be a heel if kayfabe-wise, a motherfucker, a grown-ass man breaks into your crib, goes into your baby's room without your permission. Alright? Like, that would set anybody off. Like, I know it damn sure would set me off. I'm turning heel on everybody. About to turn to Frank Castle real quick, alright? Like, fuck around and find out if you want. But nah, seriously. The first time I seen Adam Page was back in ROH. Like, he was one of the little recruits, or the prospects, for the stable known as the Decade. Old ass group, I know. You got Jimmy Jacobs, BJ Whitmer, and Roderick Strong. All together. I mean, you're like the veterans, basically, of ROH. You're trying to raise a new generation of talent for ROH. That was the gimmick back then. They chose two people to mentor. One being Adam Page, the second being Tadarius Thomas. And that was the first and the last time I've ever seen Tadarius Thomas. I don't know what the fuck happened to that man. Like, I know, like, the story back then was like, BJ wanted Adam, that was his pick, and then Jimmy and Roderick, they wanted Tadarius, basically. So it was like kind of like a rift between the two. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to Tadarius. Like, I don't even know if he's still wrestling or not. But clearly, the star out of that group ended up being Adam Page. Like, because I didn't make much of it back then. Seeing him, and I'm like, okay, he looks decent, looks like a mid-carder at that time, you know. But he went from that to now being a former AEW World Champion. He did benefit from nepotism because he is indeed friends with the Young Bucks. That's why he was in the first title match for the AEW World title back in like 2019 against Chris Jericho, which he lost, which was the right decision. Because you had to go with someone that has some type of notoriety, some type of name value or brand behind them. And that's Chris Jericho. At that time, he was the biggest star in that company. Arguably still is now. When you think about it. So you got Chris Jericho, you got Christian, you got Edge, you got MJF, you got Will Ospreay, and Okada. Like, those are the top guys right now in the company, just based off their presentation. Alright? But that's not to say Adam Page isn't good, because he is. He's very good. He was a part of one of the best stories that AEW has told so far today. Alright? He chased and ended Kenny Omega's title reign. Now, unfortunately, the chase was better than the reign. His title reign did feel a little underwhelming. I can't say it's necessarily all his fault. You know, he did go out there, wrestle, put on good matches, but something felt off, you know what I mean? I can't quite pinpoint what went wrong with his title reign, but things do pick up once CM Punk is announced to be the #1 contender for the AEW World title. And this was back when CM Punk first came back, when he had all the momentum behind him. Alright, so there's like, ain't no way this man is losing in his first fucking title match. It's not gonna happen. Like, sorry, Paige. I think Paige felt some type of way. And he was like, I'm trying to save AEW from you. Like, we all know the promo. We all know what happened, what transpired between these two. And Punk was like, look, bro, I don't know what the fuck your problem is, man. And I'm sorry, that meteor scrum he did, where he was eating his little fucking cookies or whatever, he called Adam Page an empty-headed dumb fuck. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Alright, when CM Punk is acting like a whiny bitch, it's hilarious to me. And Punk, he's an old school guy. Alright, that motherfucker is all about the fame and the money. Most importantly, the money. Right? Like, he wants to know what he needs to do to make money for the company. Alright, and that's the mindset that you should have going into it. Page, and the Young Bucks, they felt some type of way with Punk's presence in the company. Hence, that's why the shit transpired the way that it did. The brawl out, or where the fuck the fallout at whatever fucking pay-per-view it was, and all that shit. It's unfortunate that we never really got a CM Punk versus like the Elite feud. Man. But it is what it is, man. Shit happens. But as far as Adam Page, I can recall this is when people started to turn on him, because they were looking at him like he was unprofessional. It's like, come on, bro. Like, you couldn't keep your shit together and just do what you gotta do and work with the man so you can make money? That wouldn't be big business for everybody in AEW, but nope. You got caught up in your feelings, huh? So yeah, people were shitting on Page for quite a bit, up until the feud with Swerve happens. Alright, that's when there was like a shift. Right? Because he turns heel, because we all know the segment when Swerve breaks into his house. Then you got that crazy ass match, the Texas Death Match at Full Gear. And this is where Adam Page really comes into his own as a heel. Alright, he looks like a man possessed. Just a man that will do whatever it takes by any means necessary to inflict pain, suffering, and revenge on Swerve Strickland. Alright? Wonderful work. like tremendous stuff right here. Alright? And even so, it still continues. Alright? Because Swerve did win the match. Adam refuses to let it go. Swerve then chases after Samoa Joe, who was the current AEW World Champion at the time. They have a triple threat match, and I do believe the world title was on the line in that match. But Adam said, fuck you, Swerve. He's like, fuck you. Right, because Samoa Joe had the STF locked in, and instead of having Swerve try to break up the submission, he taps out. Like, he hates Swerve that fucking much to where he'll forfeit the match just to fuck over Swerve. Right? Like, that level of pettiness is top tier. Like, that's some fucking bona fide heel shit right there. And I do believe I heard something about him getting injured, because like, I don't see him for like quite a bit. Like, he was off TV for a minute, like, after that match. But he finally comes back, still a heel. And I remember I was watching, I forgot who the fuck he faced on Collision, but he won the match. But he ends up cutting like one of the best fucking promos in his career. Alright, and I'll try to show a little bit of it in the intro, but if not, obviously it got taken down due to copyright. It is what it is, man. Like, some people get away with it, some people can't. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But basically, he was like, he came into my home, he threatened my family, and we had to move. You know what that did to me? We had to stay at a motel. And he never paid for it. He never paid for it. They cheered him. They chose him after everything I did for them. For 5 years, I gave them everything. And they chose him. Basically. And I've never seen Adam display so much emotion before in my life. This is easily his best promo. 100%. Unhinged, Adam Page is the best version of Adam Page. Alright? And I seen a comment saying that basically, like, Adam never turned heel. It was the fans that turned heel on Adam by supporting Swerve. And that's an interesting perspective to have. because you could look at it that way from that standpoint. But here's a caveat to that. It's like when the lead up to Blood and Guts, right? Where the Elite were trying to recruit Adam Page. And Adam Page, I popped for this, right? He was like, fuck you guys. He's like, I don't owe you guys shit, right? But he only joined because Swerve ends up joining. All right, that's literally the only reason why I am joining, right? And even like during the match, like he didn't give a fuck about winning. He just wanted to inflict pain, suffering, and his revenge on Swerve, to the point where Matt was like Adam, get your ass in this fucking ring or you're fired. I mean, like, getting to the point with him almost losing his job for him to be like, all right, like he reluctantly goes into the ring and participates, right? Like, if he was just angry towards Swerve, that's one thing, all right? But this dude's angry at everybody. I mean, this dude's whooping everybody's ass, all right? Like, with Jeff Jarrett, like, I never in my life, like, if you would tell me years ago that Jeff Jarrett would be a babyface in 2024, I would say, like, motherfucker, you're high as shit. I mean, ain't no way that is possible. It speaks volumes as to how good Adam Page is as a heel. Like, you know how good you have to be as a heel to get Jeff fucking Jarrett, Slapnuts, Double J, Jeff Jarrett, over as a babyface? And look, a quick side note here regarding Jeff Jarrett. Like, I know as much as I shitted on him in the past, and rightfully so, because I still will never forgive him for not putting over Monty Brown, because that was some fuck shit. That's really when I said fuck Jeff Jarrett, because even to this day, when he talks about it, there was no good justifiable reason for him going over on Monty Brown the way that he did. That was some fucking bullshit. Outside of that, he is going to go down as one of the all-time greats, you know, whether you like it or not. All right, he is a good worker. He has a good working punch. He's decent on the mic. He's still in great shape for his age. This man's been doing this shit since the fucking 90s. And he's still doing it at a fairly high level, all right, which is very impressive. As a great theme song, you know, was a fantastic heel, you know, for like majority of his career. So, yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time before he's in the Hall of Fame, if not already. That's about as non-biased as I could be towards Jeff Jarrett. All right, but getting back to Adam Page, that match, Page, Jarrett, and honestly, that might be like legit the first time I see Jeff Jarrett get cheered. Like I couldn't believe it. Like, it was like inconceivable to me that like watching this dude. I've seen most of this dude's career like outside of like the WCW and WWF in the 90s, right? Like ever since like TNA and onwards, right? But predominantly he's always been a heel. But Adam Page was whooping this man's ass so much that the crowd felt sympathetic towards him and he cheered him. Like, again, it's like something I thought I would never ever see. And Jeff Jarrett being a babyface. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Crazy times we live in, man. But again, that's one of the main reasons I wanted to do this video in the first place. When I see that shit, I'm like, I have Adam Page over MJF as a heel. He's the number 2 heel in the company. I'm like, oh, but what about MJF? He's the United States champion right now. It's like, look, man, look. I'm not saying MJF isn't a good heel, like, but I've seen it before, man. And it's like the only thing he's doing now is just saying he's an American. I'm like, that's it. Like, there's no real difference in his character. He's still the same, like, cocky, condescending asshole he's always been. Right, pretentious prick. No, that's his gimmick. All right, but with Adam Page, he justifiably turned heel. I mean, like, rightfully so. Like, you can't blame him, man. Like, he had the whole world fucking turn his back after all of his sacrifice to AEW. That would turn anybody heel. So right now, I have Adam Page as the number 2 heel in the company. Number 1 is still Christian Cage, the patriarch of AEW, now and forever. All right, with as sexy as Mama Wayne looking good on TV. Like, damn. Like, yeah. But I digress. I'm not get distracted here. But yeah, before I wrap this video up, I just want to say one last thing. Honestly, the way to close out this current version of Adam Page is you have him be the one to beat Swerve for the AEW World Title. Alright, because most likely at All In, Swerve is going to retain because Bryan Danielson is more than likely going to retire, especially if he's like scheduled to have surgery. Alright, it's like that wouldn't make any sense for him to win the title and then like directly have surgery after. Like usually when you have surgery, that means you're going to be out for an extended period of time. You see what I'm saying? So Swerve's going to win, and they need to run back Swerve versus Adam Page for the trilogy. I think it's like the trilogy because I believe they had 2 matches before, right? So they do that. Page finally gets his closure, and he gets the AEW World Title back. And maybe he'll have a way better reign than he did as a babyface, honestly. So that's what I like to see. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all if Adam Page beats Swerve, because those two have great chemistry in the ring. Like I'm sure they're like, I don't know if they're like best friends or whatever, but you could tell like they have like a good relationship behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I pretty much got to say about this shit. In my opinion, Adam Page is doing like some of his best work in his career, and I just want to take time out to put the man over. Alright, so with that said, I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about Adam Hangman Page? Do you like him? Is he one of your favorite wrestlers in AEW? Or are you like, fuck Adam Page, he's still an empty-headed dumb fuck? You let me know in the comments section, alright? Love it, hate it, comment, subscribe to the channel, it's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. It's all I ever want to see. So, as far as my next video, still not sure yet. I might do either the JBL video or the Cody Rhodes video. I'll have to see. I don't know yet. But, wasting enough of your guys' time. So, with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself. I'm out this bitch. Till next time, adios.